Okay, we got a cross screen right here. Contavious Caldwell-Pope's got to get attached to his man and jam Keegan Murray as he comes through so this player can get on the other side. Like, look at this. You don't do that, so now Keegan Murray's wide open. Okay, I have no idea what Bones Highland's doing here, but he ends up recovering here. So when Bones Highland gets back to like, this dribble's picked up now. Bones Highland's recovered. So Jokic has got to sprint over here to Domantas Sabonis. Like, this is not sprinting over to Domantas Sabonis. Get organized now in transition. So Christian Braun has to say, I've got the ball. So this player knows to sprint and guard someone else. See, this player is just getting back to the middle of nowhere for way too long. Okay, so Zeke Naji is going to be late to get over to guard Malik Monk right here. It's probably not a great matchup anyway. So Bones Highland, though, has got to get up in a defensive stance with his feet set. Okay, so now Zeke Naji can play on Malik Monk's side, force him right here. I can stunt. If I don't have to move my feet, I'll easily get out without giving up a three-pointer. But trying to guard him one-on-one is not really productive. I mean, the Sabonis shot goes up. How many Nuggets players are boxing out right now? None. So a long rebound's obviously going to go to Sacramento. I mean, this player's backpedaling. You cannot backpedal guarding De'Aaron Fox. Fine, so he's going to walk into a screen. Like, this player's got to be ready now to guard De'Aaron Fox coming off the screen because this is a switch. Like, this player's not ready to guard off of this switch either. So it's just a lot of people not being ready to guard De'Aaron Fox, which is not good. DeAndre Jordan, you got to set up and drop coverage. You got to have your feet set in a defensive stance. You got to be able to guard the ball and Domantas Sabonis right here. Like, you look at your backpedaling. You have zero chance of being able to slide over to Sabonis now. Jokic cannot be loafing back here. You've got to sprint back so your feet are set in a defensive stance. Looks like he's complaining to the officials. That's really bad because now you're not going to be able to guard Sabonis. So this player's got to come all the way down and double and leave his man. So Zeke Naji is the one now deciding to backpedal. You can't guard one-on-one when you're playing off your back foot. So you need to get up, play on this. Now, these players need to sprint over here. They're not doing so. But you got to be able to force this. You got to be able to. There's got to be help here. Zeke Naji's not going to be able to guard the ball one-on-one. And the later the help, the worse it's going to get. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, you cannot defend where you are just literally not seeing your man at all and only seeing the ball like this. I mean, I think that's accurate. What is Bones Highland doing? Why are you in the paint? Why are your feet not set? Why are you not in a defensive stance guarding De'Aaron Fox? What is this? So De'Aaron Fox, literally, all he does is come this way and look at this space. And now you can't guard this down screen, this handoff, this nothing. Who's staring at the shot? So the shot goes up. If you're Bones Highland, you should start to sprint back. You're just staring at the shot. Michael Porter Jr. is going for an offensive rebound he has no chance of. KCP is just staring at the shot. Like, you have to get some certain people back immediately. If you don't, this. Bones Highland's going to double De'Aaron Fox here. Stop. You can't just do it randomly. This player's got to know because this player's going to have to rotate here. And then if a pass is made here, this player here, here, and then Jokic would come over here. But you're just doubling and the back line isn't doing anything. If you're going under this handoff here, you got to go directly under. You cannot try and go over first. Look at Bones Highland. See how he's trying to go over first? Well, now you're going to get on the other side of this handoff after Malik Monk already does. Okay, so Nikola Jokic does a really bad job here in transition. He's not over. He's not ready to guard Harrison Barnes. Okay, so here, Aaron Gordon is going to step up and double here. This player cannot. You've got to be ready to rotate to the corner. Then this player would rotate here, here, and then Jokic would ultimately have to come out to Sabonis. But again, like, we have 4 people in the paint. How on earth is the perimeter going to be guarded? Okay, we got a turnover here. Once you see a loose ball right here, stop. This Nuggets player's got to start to get back, okay? If DeAndre Jordan somehow gets this ball, then you can come back into the play. But you have to be a safety valve here because if you just stand and stare like that, that's what happens. What is DeAndre Jordan doing here in transition? Sacramento has the ball. Why is DeAndre Jordan there? Why were you not up getting ready to guard Malik Monk? Like, okay, so Kevin Huerter beats Michael Porter Jr. off the dribble. DeAndre Jordan steps up. Bones Highland slides here. Christian Braun has got to start to rotate to the corner. And Michael Porter Jr. really can't be going towards the ball anymore because he's beat. DeAndre Jordan stepping up because you got to be able to slide over and rotate here. But these two Christian Braun hasn't moved yet. Like, that is really not good. Is Christian Braun doing right here? You're guarding De'Aaron Fox. This player's guarding just fine. You must stay with De'Aaron Fox. What are you standing around looking at? A lot of mistakes on this play. I mean, Jokic should be sprinting out here now. This player's coming here. It takes Jokic way too long to do this, as you can see. That's number one. Number two is this, like, Jokic, you got to just trust Jokic to guard the ball here. Like, the dribble's picked up. If you're going to help, you can't leave your feet to help, because look at this player's going to leave his feet right there. Boom, and now you can't guard Sabonis. All right, so Michael Porter Jr. is backpedaling on De'Aaron Fox. You can never do that, so that's going to force a switch. But Michael Porter Jr.'s got to say that this is a switch. Like, if you're switching on to Sabonis, you can never assume Jokic is just going to switch. You got to say, I got yours, so that he can take De'Aaron Fox. And that communication apparently did not occur. Okay, if you're Michael Porter Jr. here, you have no chance of guarding De'Aaron Fox. You're backpedaling. It's not going to work. So right now, you have literally two Nuggets players who have no one to guard. The players they're guarding are not in the screen. So get up, play on De'Aaron Fox's side, and force him into help. You've got to get this dribble picked up. If De'Aaron Fox keeps his dribble alive and you're now stuck guarding on an island, that is not going to go over too well. All right, I mean, we have a turnover here. Sacramento's getting this ball. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I don't know what he's standing and waiting for. You have to sprint back now. The same thing with this player, same thing with Michael Porter Jr. Like, this is just too much standing around right now off of a turnover. Not lean towards this screen early. Look at Christian Braun right here, leaning towards this screen. So now when De'Aaron Fox comes this way, he's got you off balance, and now you are finished.